What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream this evening. everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. I think it's still Wednesday. I don't know. This has been the longest and slowest week ever. So, yeah. Howdy, Taylor. Or Tom Taylor, correction. And howdy, the farmer. Welcome to the stream tonight, guys. So, we are going to be on a different save this evening because the other one decided, oh, hey, we're not going to grow crops anymore. So, yeah. So, I spent the last few minutes trying to, like, get it tidied up. So, but yeah. So, hop in VC and get rolling. So, yeah, let's get this show on the road. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
You were okay. Maybe I just had my headphones. Maybe I just had my headphones down. So.
Probably.
That's loud. Holy cow. Hang on, Rainy. I'll have to give it a minute before I can actually hear you.
Well, we know that you can hear now.
Yeah, I can hear. That's for sure. So. Okay, now I can hear you, and then I can always just boost you up in here manually. Okay, there we go. That's better. Auto drive because I was having issues earlier. For some reason I'm getting a crap ton of LUA errors with auto drive, which is strange because this is the mod hub version. So
Could be because of the patch.
it could be, but I was getting it before the patch, so that's the issue. We will have to see if that affects the growth on the map or what happens, because I have a slight feeling that filling the log constantly full of errors and filling the console full of errors might cause some issues. But we will find out, I guess. Oh, nothing yet. That's good.
What's up, Donald?
What up, Donald?
I just tabbed out for a second on accident and I seen his comment. Just trying to procure my Challenger. I'm actually using your silage pads on this save.
I was gonna say, they're in my mod folder for this save, so we'll see if I use them or not. I have a spot where I could use them, I just haven't got completely around to putting them in yet.
I've been using actually a combination of yours, Roosters, Jonos, BSLs, a little bit of everybody's stuff for silages go around. Just because why not?
Well, that works. So, we are going to get a new toy for this evening, though. We are going to try something out. Why wouldn't you have a claw machine on a feedlot?
Fair enough.
It makes it easy putting hay in the grinder.
Especially round bales.
It's just $250,000, so, you know.
Nothing for you. Because why not?
Yeah. It is weird though that like the joystick does not shift over to it, so.
It is weird.
No one asked for your opinion.
Oh, there we go already.
I was kind of hoping this was going to work off the joystick. Oh, interesting.
I don't know if I should be sad or happy that it doesn't care about my opinion.
Either way, I still don't care about your opinion, so I don't care if you're sad or happy.
Thank you.
Opinions are like elbows. Everyone has them. Well,
Go on.
well,
Take that
Go
back,
on.
Rainy, before everyone starts roasting the crap out of you on that one.
yeah, because
Sorry, he's a little
not
special
everyone,
tomorrow.
not everyone has them. So, touche. It's been a long week.
Sure.
Even Donald's in it already, so.
I'm not even
Oh,
gonna
boy.
look at his comment.
Oh, he just said that everyone has them. That's all he said so far.
How do they have? How
Oh,
does
there's
everyone
Dairy
have
Deer.
all- Interesting.
Hey, he actually joined the chat. Isn't just hanging out on YouTube.
I think I muted myself. Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you, bud.
I always have mic trouble. This is wonderful.
He sounds like a mini rooster.
Oh gosh.
Is that
Uh,
a compliment or is that a?
I don't know what it is.
I would take that as a compliment, considering, well, like Jono and Rooster, his mods are a vibe.
Well, like
I
his
don't think I
voice
take
is
this quality.
his voice sounds almost like roosters. It's hilarious.
I'm not gonna talk about that time he just left me over here. Wanted to talk to Rooster for the whole stream and left me here by myself.
You're fine. And once again, I
Oh.
didn't ask for your opinion.
That left a permanent scar.
And just think about it. Instead of roasting you in YouTube comments, Gary can now get you in VC also.
There's a button called deafen for me. I don't have to listen to nobody.
I wouldn't tempt lazy on that one.
And now no one has to listen to him.
Ow! Rip.
And he doesn't have the role to take it off anyway now.
You kinda asked for that one, bud.
Actually, if he has... Take it off stream help, because I don't know if that works either or not. Okay. Now, if you can be nice and play along, you can stay out of timeout.
Man, I took my rules away. This ain't right.
This is what happens when you don't behave.
Something tells me that machine wasn't designed to pick up pallets.
I'm just playing around with it, trying to figure... Because it's been so long since I've done anything with just, like, a boom. And I was just kind of hoping it was going to run off the joystick, but it doesn't, so...
I think you have to set it up separately in the
Settings.
controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this would be cool to, like, just throw hay into the grinder, but it might be too much of a pain.
I don't think you'll get it to pick up bales.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Actually, I'm doing square bales, so... Boom.
What's that?
Hey, Tim.
No, mine's.
Oh, I broke that. Don't ask.
I cannot remember the keyboard controls for the life of me.
I had to remember
Okay, great.
what they were last night. I was using a forestry machine for the first time since 19.
It takes a hot minute to remember sometimes.
Doesn't help that courseplay and auto drive are enabled.
Yeah,
Those
that also doesn't help
goof up a lot of stuff.
matters. This is... Hey, there we go. Sorta. Maybe it'll hold. Oh. Oh. Is it gonna fly everywhere? That definitely should have fell out of the grapple. It doesn't rotate fast enough. I was gonna like chunk it across the map. There it goes. Yeah, this might not be such a good idea because that's gonna take forever to load stuff until I get that mapped.
Yeah,
to my
you're just
controller.
asking for trouble.
Until I can get that mapped to my joystick, that's not probably gonna be a very good idea.
On
Cool.
the bright side, the logging guys have enough decent map to make Cinnabogans and all that good stuff.
I was gonna say I haven't played on the map, so
I've heard it's pretty neat.
You're missing out. It's a pretty good map.
I just don't do a whole lot of logging, and that's whoa. That was odd.
Guess that's transport mode.
We broke it.
Don't want to know what the grapple's doing in there.
By the way, the new website's awesome, Lazy.
I appreciate it. So, still trying to get a few things worked out on it. Hardest part's trying to figure out how to get everything bills submitted and make it easy on my end. So, when people are submitting 40 mods a day, that it doesn't take me forever to.
Well, at least it'll be better mods than Mod Network. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, basically, I'm just trying to make a Yes Mods version, just 2019. That's kind of my goal.
Yeah.
I don't
But-
think it's a secret that Mod Network is a cesspool at this point.
Understatement.
It's
but,
only
you
there
know,
for the money.
Still.
Yeah.
I can count on my hand maybe 2 or 3 people who still use Mod Network, and I know for a fact that they host mods there. But other than that, I gave up on it a long time ago.
I was gonna say you gave up on it on in 19, didn't you? At the
When they
very
flipped
tail
over to
end of it.
22, the signs were extremely obvious. I never even used Mod Network. My first mod I released came out on Mega, and then from
Right.
Mega I just moved straight to itch.io.
To say, I got off Mod Network, went to Itch, got off Itch, went to my own website, and then just
I
said,
went back to itch.
forget it, and went back to Itch. So, but plan is to keep ads off of the website. That's the plan anyway. We will have to see how these first few months go, and then I'll have to judge that, because over the last 4 days there's been 5,000 visits to the website, and Google is estimating the revenue in the hundreds already on it. So I'm curious to see actually the monthly stats that I have to pay for the website.
Yeah.
Actually,
Honestly, I wouldn't be ashamed in putting a few ads out because, I mean, gotta help a little bit to pay for that site,
well,
and it still keeps it free for everyone.
I kind of So there's a role on my Patreon that is literally just supporting that. Like, that's the only thing it's there for. And it's $2 a month. So that should do the trick. The costly part was getting the domain name. That was like $15.
So you think that's more expensive than running the website?
The website's. I'm looking at Amazon or AWS right now to see how much it actually cost. Because I have to make sure that I'm getting the information for the right one. Because I have 4 different websites on here, so it's kind of hard to break it down. So does not have November runs on it yet.
You don't like
Anyway.
me at all.
It cost $507 for my other 3 websites in October. So the name was 15. So I think we're like $1.25 is where we're sitting at. For basically, I got that I actually got it up and running on right at the start of November. But I was still building it, so I didn't post anything about it. So hopefully we can keep it fairly cheap, or not cheap, but low cost. Did Dairy Deer, did it send you an email yesterday? Back, saying your mod got confirmed?
Let me check.
It was supposed to. It doesn't mean that it did, but it was supposed to.
I got one for submitting and one that was posted.
Yes. Okay, so it's that posted one. Perfect. Okay. So most of that stuff is just automated. So I just go through and just make sure everything's right. And if I already have it in the game, I check it. If I don't have it in the game, because I don't really want to post anything on there that's full of
Full errors.
errors and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
but as it goes along, I'm gonna try to get better explanations going on it. But I just haven't had time to get that set up quite yet. So we're at 15 viewers. Probably there's 5 of us in here, so that counts probably about 10. Call it 10.
You got Dense Modding's tractor?
I do. I got all of his.
His 8,000 is mint.
8020 series?
Yeah.
The only thing that bugs me is the tires.
Yeah, the tires are big.
The narrow, yeah, they look ginormous compared to the tractor, and then they're super narrow. Of course you have to select the narrow version, but you get the other version, they're what I would refer to as floaters.
Yeah.
I think on his 8020 series, I think he copied the 7R's row crop tire configurations and put them on the 8020. That's what they seem like to me. Having been around the real tractor, it doesn't feel...
The wheels just seem giant.
Is that his? That's the conversion CSL did. Which is using custom modding's tires set, I believe.
Okay, maybe it's this one.
Those tires look right. That's not Dense's version. Yeah, there it is.
So then you have like the float, or like, I don't know.
I don't know. I
actually-
guess the rear tires might be a little big. The front tires look fine.
Yeah, but then you like,
I don't know. To me, like the stature of the tractor, there's just something about it that's off, and I can't point it out.
see, it's got the lean to it.
Yeah, the lean.
It's got
And
the
I
little-
don't know if that's normal for the ILS system, because all the 8020 series I've experienced have the rigid axle like the 8000s did. They don't have ILS support, and I just haven't seen the tractor lean that much, but it could be me.
I mean, that tractor, it's
Now
awesome.
that you pointed
but-
it out, I think you're right.
There's a bunch of little things that I've noticed with that tractor, to the point where I'd have to change it a lot to play with it. I love the work he's done, but it's not quite there for me, just knowing that I can fix things on it.
The only thing that bugs me on it is the tires. Like, that is one like my bigger deciding factors on it. Like, I like the
size
loader.
of them.
Yeah, that, and but like the loader, like he has it set to work in game. I mean, that's not exactly what it's looks like, but it's better than the hoses running down to the front of the tractor and hooking in. But like, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like the tires should have a little bit wider, but not like the bigger tires at the same time. But
Yeah, those fronts do. I think he's close with most of his tires, but the fronts on that 6020 look a little big, and maybe the rears on that 8020 look a little big.
it's like I don't
He tends
ever
to go for larger tires.
remember it like things being that close to stuff.
Yeah. It was actually brought up in his Discord, and he talked about
Yeah, I saw
like he
that.
went for the biggest he could.
I also want to get some waffle wheels for it, or waffle rims for it.
Yeah, I
need to
noticed
go-
it
I need to go to-
wasn't quite there.
I need to go figure out what tractor has those on it and pull them off, because they're.
Then again, I think that tractor is actually a European version of the small frame 7020.
Since I don't know if this is the premium one or not.
That's standard edition.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, it's got
But
that
I don't think that tractor was ever offered in North America. At least not as a 6920. I think that would have been like a 7320 or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember, because Deere went a little different on their mid-size 20 series.
Yeah, I
Great
don't-
job on it, though. I like all the stuff he does with it.
Yeah. It's got a lot of options. I will give it that, though.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, for what we have now, it is definitely a good mod. But like, there's a few things I'd love to change on it. But
Yeah.
I don't know that much about vehicle modding quite yet to like feel comfortable like doing that. So. Also, I'm trying a few of those REA mods out. I'm trying to figure out if I like it or not. Seems like there's a lot of slipping and sliding.
Yeah, the REA seems to create an extra challenge of trying to get around, and for me, I don't really want to simulate that, but that's just a personal opinion.
I don't really. I've drove a lot of tractors with a lot of heavy things on the back. I haven't really had the back end slide around.
No, I haven't either.
That and like, or when I wasn't streaming, I was like coming up this hill right up here, like just to the left side of that tractor, and I hit that and it just flipped the entire thing. And I was barely even
Gosh.
moving. I was like, what the heck? I was like, that's strange. But I have the gravity mod or whatever it is on. Just-
Okay.
But yeah, so I might disable those next go around because I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Some of them are awesome when it comes to like adding realism to things, but then like some of them just I feel like go overboard.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like some of the things that they do comes from modders that haven't really been around tractors. But that's just me being me, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to know like how much experience they have with tractors to know like what their reasoning is for things.
Yeah. And like, do the tractors just handle different in Europe, or like? I've
Like
just
maybe they're trying to simulate certain conditions.
maybe I just never have seen a tractor feel like it's got bald tires on a road full of water all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just. I try not to critique too much because, I mean, they do a better job than what I can do because I don't know that much
Yeah.
about it. But at the same time, I'm just like, really, is that necessary to like?
Yeah.
So. Like right here, like I have to like go on it slow or I'll just slide all the way across the highway.
Shit.
Oh.
It's just the tractor, or is it put the trailer on?
It seems to happen when the trailer's on, but it happens with this and the square baler tractor. Which, I mean, both are Dens's tractors. But I don't think it has anything to do with his tractor. I'm pretty sure it's the REA's.
Yeah.
Oh man, our tailor left us. Darn.
I know, we can't make fun of him now.
Probably wants his roll back. I'll have to give it back to him. I don't know how they do it. They're like constantly like sharing their screen in their Discord. I'm just like, holy cow, how do you have time? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
like solidly, this is probably the only time I will be able to stream for like the next 2 weeks. Because I will just be busy and then I'll be away from my PC. So. Maybe Saturday night after, depending on how I feel about the football game afterwards. One of these tractors have the command arm in them. It's not this one. It's the other one. Yeah, he kind of just came out of nowhere with like some of his mods. Like he just started dropping them. I was like, whoa.
Who did?
He was on a big hiatus, and I think he was close with a lot of his because he laid a lot of groundwork in FS19 with some of the work he did. So it's as simple as converting most of it and then bringing them up to FS22 standards.
Which, if you do them right, then it's fairly easy to convert this stuff over.
Yeah.
It's
His
crappy
80/20
things.
series was largely FS19 work, and then he upgraded it for 22.
Yeah, it's when you get like crappy other stuff that makes converts really freaking hard. Let's see here. This is
Taking
like,
a mod that was built to FS19 standards and bringing it to 22 is fairly simple, but when you take something from like that may have been an FS19, but it was like really poorly done because it was taken from FS17 or it's got some really bad work done to it, then that's when it gets interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's easy to convert. It's not as easy to bring it up to FS22 standards.
Yeah.
so I mean, if it's done right, you can generally convert probably like an implement in like a day to get it right. Redo what
Yeah,
you need in
depending-
XML and
Yep. Depending on the size of the implement, I can generally convert one in maybe like an hour. if it was late, if it was done properly in 19.
It depends on how many airs it had in 19.
Oh yeah, if it's something full of airs in 19, don't even try to convert it.
Yeah.
Well,
That crap.
honestly, the way I see it, if the model's good, then it's worth converting.
Yeah.
Because if you got the model, then the textures aren't terrible to figure out as long as you have some groundwork and have an idea of how the decals go. The XML is easy. That's like, you don't need a lot of, how do I say this? It's not super hard to do XML because there's a lot of it out there already to look at. But like, modeling is the rough part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just get in where it's like odd models and, you know, stuff isn't scaled right. UVs are wonk.
Yeah.
That's where it gets to be no fun. That's why there's a lot of things that I was going to try to convert that I've just said, you know what, forget it. So,
Yeah, if there's no good model behind it, I just toss it in the recycling bin.
Oh, it's that John Deere 1770 NT. It's a good model. It just has a shit ton of errors from
Hey,
7
Tim.
to 19. What's up?
Lazy streaming. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I know.
Language, Bubba.
Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry.
Fail.
you got strike 2 acknowledging strike 1.
Fail.
Fail.
You just did what we told you not to do.
Even got the hint.
As long as it doesn't get used constantly.
You've got a really awkward stream chat right now, Lazy.
Yeah. it's just been kind of just sitting there, and there's 16 people just sitting there, you know, and Donald's made some. I can't help but picture that bottom, or the bottom two comments flipped over each other. Like, I keep like looking up and seeing that, and I'm like, that would be really awkward if those two were flipped. It's a nice rake.
Now it's not so awkward.
I mean, there's
Actually, I don't know if that made it better.
No, it didn't.
I mean, at least it wasn't like, that's a nice dump truck. Like, that's worse.
That's way worse.
There needs to be timestamps because that was very out of context.
Like, especially with Donald's comment there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all that came from whenever we were messing around with the grapple. So that was like a solid almost, heck, that was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
How awkward is awkward? It just got awkward.
It's always awkward. Seems like anymore with stuff.
Field on Hannah. What is it? 33. The hills in this field.
We're at on 33. That's where I'm at. That's literally where I'm working right now. I agree. They're a pain.
Even if you run a 30-foot header.
I'm
It's
doing
pain.
silage out of it, so
Yeah. I got oats on mine.
I was gonna say, decided to do square bills for this save and see how well that goes.
They don't go well for me.
Square beats round.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Am I not supposed to say that here?
that's restricted language. Did your mom not tell you that growing up?
Sorry, I was influenced by the giant square bale stacks
Yeah. Till they catch
that
up.
have somehow managed to not roll away.
At least we can store ours directly outside and not have to worry about them rotting.
We store ours outside.
Probably under a tarp though.
Some of them under a tarp, yeah.
There's really just not a tan on here. Maybe beige.
And just make it turd brown. It's a Ford.
No.
Yo.
I thought about doing it my colors.
No.
Just race red on race red. But do black. Yeah, we'll roll with that.
Red's never a bad pickup color, unless you're at a John Deere dealership.
Right.
Tired iron modding.
Oh yeah.
So funny. The other day, just browsing randomly through a Case website on a John Deere dealership's computer. Mint. What we were gonna
That's
do.
not awkward at all.
Yeah, there's some strange chats that happen between all of us. Especially when someone wants something but they can't literally go get it because of company policies. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess no one ever checked this mod when they put these tires on it.
I think that's 82 Studios.
I don't even know.
Huh? Oh my god.
Okay, well, if it helps you guys. I shared the stream in the voice chat, so that way, so it's like a little bit more live. It's not too far behind on the stream, but
Discord's way better because it takes approximately 5 seconds for us to see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have low latency on. I don't have ultra low, but I have low. Yeah, this definitely seems like at 82 Studios because he does this whole standard capacity and Unreal capacity. So
Yeah. That would probably be him.
probably just slap some tires on there instead. Which I don't blame him, but I just don't know what tires look good. We'll roll with that, I guess. Although freaking John Deere seeder, it doesn't accept seed from the bin. Just odd.
Huh.
Sounds like a nice
Aw, man. Didn't put a...
exact fill root node problem.
Well, it's even the base or the this is like the in-game planner, so it's even more strange.
Huh. That's crazy.
YouTube does not like it with me streaming two different places.
Yeah, Discord is like fuzzy beyond belief.
I'm getting it too. Oh boy.
Well, shoot, you broke it.
Oh, it's back. It's back. It's back. Definitely lost like 6 viewers in a matter of like 5 seconds there, but it's back now. Maybe the Wi-Fi is just not meant to share it to multiple places at a time. It's probably a wise idea not to do that.
Yeah.
The only thing that bugs me about these trucks is there's no rear hitch on them. Like, it shows the hitch, but there's not actually a attach that node right there.
Is that Buck's truck?
It is. Who did it?
Oh wait, that probably isn't Buck's truck. I think Buck did the 2019 or 2020.
No, this was it might have been retros. I think.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
I think it. Yeah. I think it's retros. No clue what just happened there. I miss those pallet things that we had in 19. Like, you just drive the sprayer over and it filled it up. It's like trying to nail these sometimes is a pain in the butt. There we are. Now let's see if the cedar will accept this. Doesn't look like it, maybe. Turn that off. I don't know. Giants' base game seers drive me nuts sometimes. Because you can't open the covers on them. I don't know. This is annoying. And it needs Smabby's planner. That thing looks awesome. Guess we could always just go with this one. It's quick. Wide. You just think with it being a base game planner that it would work good, but
Yeah, unfortunately we can't rely on all base game things to work.
KJ, I am from Missouri originally and Oklahoma now, so we leave bales outside. If we were dairy farming, probably not. But we're not dairy farming, so. We just do a couple thousand head of beef cattle every year. Let's see if this one works any better. Probably not, but you never know. Didn't someone release some planners though?
A what?
Didn't someone release some planners though?
That's a loaded question. What exactly do you mean?
Or like the John Deere ones, the planners?
JHG?
Yeah. I guess it was him.
Large H released an edit of the Kinseys. I don't know if he fixed anything though. I think it might have been just decal changes.
Decal changes and a little bit of color. To get right.
Just do not understand.
Decals and speed increase.
Wow.
Apparently, I just need someone smarter than me to explain this because I don't get it. I don't know why that doesn't work or how it should. So annoying.
Uh.
Oh, we'll just fill off pallets, I guess, because I don't know. Stuff is beyond my pay grade. Who is listening to music?
Copyright.
I don't think you can probably hear it in the stream, but I can hear it.
I can hear it, so it's probably coming through the stream.
Not no more.
Oop.
Yeah. Be careful. You already got 2 strikes on you. So.
You better watch out.
It actually came. The music.
Otherwise, it's the hammer.
I think Rainy just died on us.
Hmm?
Oh. just had to speak him into existence. That was all.
No, I'm still here. I'm just focused on hay baling right now. This was a bad idea to use the square baler on this field.
Well, if it's hilly, then it's probably a better idea than a round baler.
No, there's some flat. That's pretty flat. 33.
I just chose Rooster's baler.
Oh.
Yeah.
What exactly is your plan there, Rainy?
To feed almost 2,500 head of cattle.
Small square bales.
That doesn't sound like plan. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that sounds like chaos.
Are you just gonna just bring the or the bale trailers over and just sit them in the bale node spawn, and they'll just grab a bale whenever they're hungry?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, here we go, catching on trees. I guarantee it. Oh, nope, that's not it. Trees, wonderful freaking trees. And Giant's wonderful AI. Delete. Just delete trees. I just don't care. I like having trees on a map, but my gosh, sometimes they just... So if you...
I don't know, when it comes to trees, is that a Giants problem or a mapper problem?
Well, they're not in the field, though. That's the issue. Like, we shouldn't have to have, 500 feet of runway to turn. It just seems like...
Oh, you're talking about the worker.
Yeah.
Do you hire a normal worker or is that course play? Because
It's-
course play is just kind of dumb
Course
when
play.
it comes to trying to turn with trees.
Just course play.
Yeah, I don't know if course play and auto drive had perfected the art of avoiding trees.
There's a solid chance that they didn't.
Because I tried using auto drive to haul silage and they did not seem to acknowledge trees existed.
I just gave up trying to use... I'll use the follow me mod. for silage, just to have
Yeah,
like
follow me does work.
I
Good.
will just have 2 trucks. So I will just take the empty one out there and link it to the chopper and send it on its way while I go empty the other one, and by the time I do that, generally it's full again. So that's how I do silage. But now there's no way, like, I would burn myself out so quickly if I did not have courseplay. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I would just be that and this.
Courseplay is a lifesaver for most things.
Which credit, it's better than it has been in previous ones, but I still feel like it needs some work. Also,
Oh,
this freaking pond right here is a nightmare. I literally, like, the tractor, when I was playing this one, it drove directly into the pond. And this is one of those ponds where it actually, like, kills the tractor.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
like, you actually have to, like, respawn it. So that deleted the courseplay route. And then the cedar went in. So then it emptied the cedar out of everything. I was just like, are you serious? So then I was trying to build a fence around it. And
It would just find the fence.
you know how there's, like, those wonderful random objects that pop up in places? Nowhere I go collides with another item. So, like, no matter where I was trying to go, it was just colliding with another item. I was like, are you serious? So, I have some fence around the pond, but I think actually right here is where it went through at. So, it's like, oh well.
That's unfortunate because on Greystone, I remember driving through the ponds because there was no, like, warning and it wouldn't kick you out of the tractor, and those ponds were, like, super deep, so I just dive in and then just launch out the other side.
Yeah, that was the first time I had anything end up in the pond. I was like, it said it needed repaired. I was like, I just bought that tractor. And then I tried to, like, and I was like tapping through, and I was like, where? It's not on here. And I
Yes,
was like,
Courseplay ate the tractor.
I was like, I know I don't have, like, the true maintenance mod thing on to where, like, holy cow, to where, like, you had to, like, tow the tractor back when it's, like, out of, but, like, it shouldn't have been broke down in the first place. So I don't know what exactly was happening there. That was, and then I just went to looked at the map, and it was sitting just smack dab in the middle of the pond. I was like, oh great. Also, running into more trees. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trees. How? I do not get it. I swear the game hates to reverse with this rake. Like, I've never seen it back up with the rake, ever.
I don't even know how you get it in there.
Yeah, well, there's no collisions on this bar, which is dumb, to be honest.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Speaking of Vermeer, where are the Tedders?
Still sitting in a Giants' waiting queue that said it was only going to take 2 days, and I'm now on day 5.
Is that just the 100 or is that the 192?
Just the 100.
The 190 need a complete rework still.
Well, the frame does, like the main part of it does, because it doesn't look that bad from, like, what you see, like, on pictures and stuff. But,
Yeah.
like, the internals of it is, like, really rough. So, like, when I was going back in and, like, re-dimming it, there was, like, all these extra faces and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to redo that part, and that should be good enough to solve most of the issues. So, but I'm waiting on the TD100 to get through, so I know exactly how to set up this one, so I can just do a one shot, one kill kind of thing, and not have to
There you
like
go.
wait another freaking 3 months. But we'll see.
Yeah, that sounds like it'll help.
Now, Giants had a bunch of questions on to why it wasn't in there, so I had to write an article about that.
Yeah.
So they're like, why is there only one mod when there should be two mods? It's like, well, because I'm trying to rework it, and this mod is ready to go. I will just add the TD190 when it's ready and it's good to go. It will just be an update. So, is all it is moving over an XML, the i3D, and its texture folder. That's pretty much it.
Not terrible then.
No. So, because the baskets are dynamically loaded, so I don't have to
Yep.
worry about that. Wheels are dynamically loaded, so it's really fairly simple. So, we'll see. The only thing that I could see Giants wanting to do is the decals.
You think they'd want you to redo that?
Well, there's just a little bit of space on it. Like, it's not horrible, but like, they mentioned it, but they didn't say I had to fix anything this last time. And I was like, I don't really want to have to rework it, because then you gotta like redo your UV maps and everything like that. So I was like, we'll just see if we can't get by. If that's the only issue, if there's just a little bit too much free space, I feel like they won't fail it. Like, that's something that I could change in a future update, but like, to have to read through the entire testing cycle again, not.
Yeah, that'd be a pain.
So, and it's a square, and it's 1024 by 1024. Like, I don't know exactly why they're complaining about free space, because either way the file's going to be the same size. It's not like I'm actually making the image of itself smaller. So I don't know. If I don't have any errors in the game and I run it through the tester and it's got no issues, then it should be fine.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But they have a big issue with textures apparently. So I don't know. I'm also surprised they have not got onto me about the manual box that's on both of them.
What about it?
So I took a vector of Vermeer's logo and like solidified it and then like cut it out of like the plastic box. So it's not like an icon, it's like an actual like 3D surface that has like
Oh.
there's probably more faces on that box than there is the entire rest of the tedder.
I don't think they get too picky about the model, considering some of the things we've
So.
seen on the mod hub.
Yeah. I don't get where like some stuff that randomly gets passed on there, and then you get some stuff that like I don't get it. I just refuse to be like it's fair testing, because I don't feel like it is, but you never know, I guess. It's just hard to see what I've seen from other modders get passed and put on the mod hub, and then where you run it, when you run it through the test tool and it pops up with all these errors, but then you run it yours through there and it says nothing. The game says nothing, and then like they come back with a whole list of things that's like just
Yeah.
nitpicking, and I'm just like, you can't tell me that this isn't biased towards other stuff. But I don't know. Try not to make a fuss, but sometimes it gets to be more of a pain in the butt. So I really want to get the Vermeer tethers on all platforms, just because that'll be cool. That's the first Vermeer mod, and that's the first Americanized tether that FS has seen from my standpoint, at least in official terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, been a while if we did get one.
So if it wasn't for that, I would probably just released it and just been called it done for and moved on. But like, I gotta put a little bit of stake in the name, so just randomly out here doing things. Oh, it's gonna get cut on a tree. I swear this is like babysitting little kids. That's what it freaking feels like. Just delete tree, delete tree. So frustrating.
Is there a mod to delete trees?
If you turn on delete or delete input on easy dev, you can delete trees.
Oh, I'm
And
definitely using that in the future.
pretty much anything else that is out there. You can even delete implements, which I don't recommend doing. I did that one time and I was like, what just happened?
You're like, what the heck?
Well, I think I was trying to delete a bale because it like got like stuck, and it accidentally just deleted the entire baler. I was like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Like, oops, bye-bye, Bale.
But yeah, this is so much easier than having to go through with the freaking chainsaw and then a mulcher. Get rid of all the trees. Okay, hopefully that's... If it catches on anything there, I'm going to have issues, but I hope not. I got other things to do than babysit the case tractor on the rake.
Gosh darn case tractors.
Paint it green, it would probably be okay.
No,
No.
that's not any better.
It's really not.
It still acts red.
I just don't get why it takes such a wide turn. Because these rakes are literally designed to turn sharp. It's why they're set up how they are. But it takes like half a mile to turn it around.
Who knows? Courseplay and auto drive at their finest. I guess auto drive isn't terrible, but it has its moments.
The only reason I have auto drive is like if I didn't have auto drive going, my cursor would constantly be shooting off to my other monitor if I was doing this. So
Does auto drive like lock the cursor or something?
I guess.
Huh.
So because I originally had auto drive disabled because it was throwing a bunch of errors, and
Yeah.
well, because I tried to run it just on like its own window FS. That way, so like if I need to do something, I can. It's still here. But
Yeah.
then anytime I'd like try to turn, like the cursor would just shoot off, and I'd have to like click back into FS, and then so I could only turn one way with the camera. So
That's weird.
yeah, I don't know. Do not know. Oh my gosh. If I ever took this much time trying to rake hay, I would be fired on day one.
Yeah.
Like, this is just disappointing.
I've noticed that it's way easier to rake hay in real life than in Farming Simulator.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is so much easier to grab that extra bit when you aren't fighting fill-type awkwardness.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, for some reason, the fields are always so much cleaner in real life than they are in FS.
Yeah, that too.
Hopefully that can handle itself for a few minutes. Gosh, I hope.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away for 3 minutes.
Just need to get the course play set up on this tractor, and I'll go back to babysit you. But gotta get this silage corn in the ground. Mainly because
Get distracted long enough, the case tractor is gonna be broke down again. Oh, sorry, I mean stuck.
same thing it seems like right now. Well, the problem is I have it set on 3 days or months. And it hasn't switched over yet, so my spring months are running out very quickly.
Oh shoot!
I did it. Well, so I put that mod on to where you start in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, we'll try this out, because like I'm trying to figure out what broke my previous save game. Because something did. I don't know what it was, but something broke it to where no crops will grow. Grass would grow, but no crops.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you posting about that. And I was like, what? How in the world?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So, like, yeah, because planted corn, the time of month that it was supposed to be planted, and it was in stage 2 growth all the way to December.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't grow since August. I was like, well, something happened. So.
Yeah, something definitely happened.
So I am trying to avoid that. So that's how come I keep just throwing the console to make sure there's no errors or anything. Oh.
I remember I ran into an issue on West Texas in 19 where my save game, I got about 30 hours in, and then I lost all of my cell points. Well, I noticed that I lost all of my cell points. I figured out later that they were gone ever since I started the save game. It took me so long to figure out that it was just one mod that I had the incorrect version of, which was causing the problem. And that mod deleted all of my cell points upon opening.
Well, like, I went back in and made sure it wasn't something I did with the map. Because, like, I made edits to the map because, like, I tried to make it, like, more Maze Plus compatible because I use Maze Plus all the time. So, I was like, well, maybe it was just something I did, but I literally sat it on a game while I was cooking dinner the other night and ran it through 3 years.
Oof.
And everything worked perfect on it. So I was like, oh, well, not my issue then. So.
Yeah, mod conflicts are annoying most of the time.
Oh god, that's weird stuff. I hate mod conflict. Full on.
Yeah, it's not
yeah,
fun.
Hello guys.
Who is this?
ETG.
Oh, hello DDG.
Yeah. I can't tell, is this new on Easy Dev where you can reload store items, or is that old?
That's a console command that's been in the game, and I think he just engineered it to go through Easy Dev for people who don't want to type in the console command.
Because I just realized I don't have to reload my game anymore. Whenever I add a config to my truck, I can just click that, and it saves a lot more time, you see.
Oh, have you been doing that the whole time?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a command for
Oh
that.
boy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver.
Oh,
I learned it like towards the end of 19, and I don't know what I'd do without it. The amount of times I need to change stuff in a save game.
It works with placeables too. Well, yeah.
Probably some placeables, not all of them though.
It depends on how it's set up. If it's using like normal base game stuff, most of the time it works. You start getting into like scripts, then that's where it gets a little iffy.
Yeah, it's not gonna work with scripts, but like simple things like store configs where you save your XML and do some other things.
Yeah.
Well, even most of the time on that, generally it seems like if you exit out of the store and then go back in the store, most of the time it refreshes. If the folder's unlocked.
Saying like I made a whole new like config, since you know how when you add configs you normally have to reload your game for it to pop up.
Oh yeah, with configs, yeah.
Like I just did that. I'm like, oh, that does that. I did not know that. Like that's new.
Howdy,
Me.
Appalachian Creek Farms. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
jeez.
stream.
I forgot to do one thing was i3D. I've been slowly working on this truck for the past couple of weeks because I have not had much time. Alright.
I hear you on time.
Agreed.
Yeah. I just haven't had like any time to do anything lately.
Yeah.
I did figure out is my placeable gates are like 1 inch too short. Whoa. Good grief. For BC Bueller's swather heads.
Oh.
Oh boy.
If I delete the
You better
gate,
line them out. That's gonna be a game breaker for me, lazy.
yeah. If you remove the gate itself, it fits through. But it's just that like 1 inch on the gate that causes it. I was like, crap.
Gosh.
But I think I'm just going to take the post and move it out farther instead of like making a new gate for it, because I don't want to have to do that again. That'd be 3 different gates I built for it, and I can only use one on it.
Yeah, that might be
So-
easier.
And I only need to move it out like half meter, so it won't look too terrible. Of course, it won't look beautiful, but
Yeah.
it's stupid that you can't have several gates.
Agreed.
Like, I would be perfectly fine modeling up a 24-foot gate if I could have more than just one gate. Because I don't want a 24-foot gate everywhere.
You can't do
Yeah.
double gates?
No. You might be able to do double gates.
Are you sure? Because there's been a lot of double
No,
gates in
it's
Farm Sim.
Well, I think you can do double gates, but you have to. You can only have one gate per fence type.
That's strange.
Yeah. So like, each of like the sucker rod fence, it has its own gate.
Actually,
The-
I guess they completely reworked the fence and gate system for 19 or
Yeah.
22. So
And I
know nothing.
don't know why you can't
I want to
have
hop out of here.
more than just one gate. But yeah, like if you like look, even just like in the decoration menu, there's only just one gate for each type of fence. But
yeah.
but FS makes
Huh.
it to where all their gates are double gate. So, but yeah, so then you have like a double gate on it instead of a. I have no clue where I just built that at. So, but I just don't want a double gate everywhere. But I also don't want to have like 5 different million fences for, because I'm sitting at 4 and they already have their own gate, so that's technically 8. So if you add the 12-foot combo or the 12-foot double gate, the 24, that's going to take you up to like 24 configs or 24 shop items just for that pack alone. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in 24.
Yeah.
between like um, values of like names and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know why they did it that way. And you can't, like, if I can kind of show you guys. Save. So I go to construction and then just like, so I'm gonna just use this pipe fence for an example. We'll just put it down here somewhere. So boom, pipe fence. So then like this gate here is for the pipe rail. Boom, it works. But like if I want to like put like the sucker rod fence gate on it, it doesn't work.
I feel like that should work.
So yeah. I've tried several things between like setting everything up in one XML or one i3D itself and just using different XMLs, but it has to pull from the same XML. But if you put two different gate nodes in the XML, it only pulls one gate. So yeah. I like how easy it is to build fence. Don't get me wrong, but there has to be some way to add more than just one gate for every fence type.
Yeah, that sounds like
But
bit of an improvement could be made.
but I don't even know where to start that at. So
That is
I don't-
true.
I don't have that. You'd probably have to like come up with your own XML somehow. But yeah, that and there's like two XMLs for everything. So like the gate has its own XML. The panel has its own XML. And then the main one that it actually pulls everything from has its own XML too. So there's three XMLs in there as
Yeah.
well. So it's just like, what the freak? Why can't just it be simple? So I don't know. I'm just gonna release it how it is, and like, there's not really anything I can do. So, I don't want to sit here and make 24 different variations of stuff. So
Yeah, that's not worth doing.
so. Yeah, I don't know. It's the little things that make and break the game for me.
Alright, I think I might head out right now.
Well, have a good one. I do appreciate you hopping on. So, I don't think I'm gonna be far behind you. So, it's been a
Alright,
long
catch you guys
few
later.
days. Catch you later.
Have a good one.
Adios.
Whoa.
It's the other save game I had stuff to do. I don't have anything to do on the save game right now.
Rip.
So we're just sitting here streaming a rake. Okay, so I think we will probably stop it here. I just don't have a whole lot of will to want to do any more FS tonight. That's just a good way to put it, to be honest. So I do appreciate y'all hopping in, hopping out, you know, just chilling. It looks like we had 67 different people come and go. Average of 16 minutes per person, so fairly decent numbers for tonight, so I will take it. So hope you all have a great Wednesday evening, rest of the week. I probably, maybe this weekend I might stream a little bit, depends. But if I don't, happy Thanksgiving, and we'll catch y'all next time.